Hey class, it's Mr. Dow. The quick Saturday morning catch up as far as where the class is right now as we finish week 3 and begin week 4. First though, let's take a look at what's happening with our dog Crypto. Crypto, what's going on, Crypto? What are you doing? He hurt his leg and had to have a little sedative to keep him calm and not moving, so he is not happy. All right, as far as the class goes, so we have 17 people on the roll in this class, and of those 17, 10 are ready for week number 4. The rest are a little bit behind. I bring that up because I'd say week number 4 is kind of the key week in the class. It sort of sets the tone for what's going to happen from this point forward. And I would say it's a more demanding week than the other weeks, as week 5 will also be a more demanding week, and week 6 and week 7. That's just all the workload goes up here, which is just normal in a 4-unit class that's compressed into 8 weeks. But what's happened is, I mean, last week the deal was you were supposed to turn in an outline for paper number 1, and I must approve that outline before we move forward, which means it's a 5-point exercise. You have to get 5 out of 5. So I've gotten 10 of those submitted so far. I've only given 5 out of 5 to about half of them. So some of those people still have to resubmit, and I haven't even heard from the other people. More people end up not making it because of week number 4 than any other week, really. This is the main week. If you are interested in getting through the class, what you want to do is make sure that you are getting on board quickly and start submitting stuff early in the week rather than later in the week, because you have to start anticipating that just like the paper 1 outline, most assignments from this point forward are do it over and over until you get it right. That's just because it just makes sense to me. If you don't have a good outline, if your outline can't get a 5 out of 5, it almost doesn't, I mean, there's no point to writing a paper. You don't really know what you're doing, probably. You're not following the assignment. Next week, I'm asking you to do a quotation usage exercise. You want to get a 5 out of 5 out of that. Once you get a 5 out of 5 out of that, then you can move on to the body paragraph draft submission exercise, just to show me the paper before I actually get the final draft. You want a 5 out of 5 out of that. I'm often get students who end up with like a 3 out of 5 on the quote usage exercise, which means I'm telling them, you don't know how to use quotes and you're not going to pass. And then they go on to the body paragraph and they do the same thing. And I go, well, this is a 2 out of 5, because now not only do you not know how to use quotes, you really don't have a good point. And at that point, I say, well, there's no point in writing a paper then. If you're getting a 2 out of 5 on a body paragraph, you're not ready. And the only way to get ready is to go back, work out what went wrong, fix it, get the pattern down. And you can do that by reading the essays that are on there, looking at the examples, sending me emails, sending me multiple submissions on Canvas, asking for a Zoom conference so we can go over things together. I'm totally happy to do that. Only a couple of students have done that this whole semester so far, and I'm ready. I can do it almost any time. But you do need to accept that's what's going to happen, and that's the way that we're teaching writing in this class. There's always a few students hanging around who try to say, well, I'll get it all done at the end, and they try to get to it at week 7. I would say the failure rate for those students is 100%. That's not how this class works. If somebody's turning in stuff in week 7 that was due in week 4, week 5, it means they don't know how to do it. They didn't do it right. The way you do it right is submit, have me give you comments, resubmit, ask questions, comments, resubmit, 5 out of 5, move to the next step. So, I hope that's not bad news, but that is the way the classes run. I will help you any way I can. Send me email questions, send me draft materials to look at, set up a Zoom conference. So what's happening is in week number 4, we are learning how to use quotes in our writing. We are going to have I'm going to ask you for 1 body paragraph, and I'm going to ask you to start the very easiest preliminary stuff on paper number 2. Because as soon as paper number 1 comes in, which is at the end of next week, the end of week number 5, we are already beginning paper number 2. So what's going to happen, since it's a research paper, a little bit of that research is going to happen this week. It's not much, not time consuming, but you need to start it so you can kind of begin the process and keep them. That's where we're going. Like I said last week, it is based on the same story that you're writing paper number 1 on. So there's not that much prep you have to do. But we're not writing a literary paper for paper number 2. We're writing a research paper on the social issue that is at the heart of your paper number 1 story. Okay, that's basically it. It's just me begging you to get to work on this class, to kind of start work earlier and expect revisions and do multiple ones and contact me if you have questions. Kind of like we do every week, really. I think that's what it is. But I'll say it one more time. Yeah, I lose more people right here in week number 4 than in any other week of the class. So I realize if people are still not caught up at the end of week 4, they're going into week 5 and they're a week and a half behind, they're not going to catch up. So anyway, if I can help you, let me know. Otherwise, have a good Saturday. Let's see if we have another view of Crypto. Crypto, what are you doing? What's going on right now? Oh, you got to get comfortable. Okay. All right, everybody. See you next time.